Hello and welcome. I am Emily Daisy Gasca. This is Emily Daisy. Welcome. I am the Reading Environmental Specialist. I am an educator. I am a teacher. I am a mom. I am a wife. And I am here to empower you to be a better you, to be a better me. Together, we are creating an ecosystem of learners, of educators, of moms, of wives on one mission to equip our children for a better and successful future. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you come and you stick around and that you become part of this ecosystem, part of this community that I am cultivating to equip other women, other educators. I'm on a mission to help us build an environment for our children that is going to bring forth joy, love, happiness, how to navigate through the challenges of life and do it with peace, with grace, and with kindness. So thank you for joining us. This is our first episode, and today I want to share my why. Why am I here? Why am I starting this podcast? And what can you expect from this podcast? What will you be receiving every time you come and you hear my voice here? I will have guest speakers. There's going to be so many exciting things for all of us to learn and equip each other. As I stated, we are an ecosystem. We are working together, and I continue to pray that you will come and be and join this community. Join this community. Join our community of women working together on a mission to equip our future generations. Whether you're an educator, whether you're a mom, if you work with children, then this is for you. If you're around children, if you plan to have children, if you're an aunt, you're a teacher in the classroom, you're about to get married, this podcast is for you. I pray that you receive what you need in this hour and that you continue to come back every week to receive the new episodes, receive them with love and receive them with understanding. As I am building this community and inviting you into our ecosystem, I want you to always be very active. I want you to show up for me as I am showing up for you. Come with an open mind. Come with a mindset knowing that we are going to have to tear some mindset, some thoughts, some beliefs, and challenge some systems, some thought systems that we've had, some beliefs that we've had. We're going to challenge those, and we're going to tear down what does not serve us in this hour, what is not serving us in the next, in our future days ahead, in our new seasons. So we need to be mindful that when we come here, we're going to receive information, we're going to receive knowledge, we're going to equip each other. However, we need to make sure that we are open, available, and with an open heart and an open mind to receive what we came to get. Because you are going to get information, get new insight, get understanding that is going to challenge us. It's going to push us. And that is what we want. In order to be able to equip our children, we want to be equipped ourselves. We want to be challenged, and we want to find new ways to navigate through those challenges. How are we going to get past those old ways of thinking that are not serving our children anymore? Our generations right now are not as they were 5, 10, 15 years ago, the way we were brought up. So it's time that we challenge that in the classroom and at home. Our children need us. Our children are the future, and our children are here to create a new tomorrow, create a new environment. So as we come together, I just want to share all this information because I'm showing up fully for you. So I'm asking you to show up fully for me. Show up with an open mind, an open heart, ready to receive, ready to be challenged, and ready to be transformed. I am showing up fully to be able to pour into all of you as I have navigated through some challenges in my life, some trials in my life, and I am using that now to share with others and to help others, empower others, and let you know we are in this together and we're going to get through this together. So don't feel like you are alone. Let's start thinking differently. We are not alone in the challenges we face with our children. We are not alone in the trials we face in our marriage, in the classroom. We are not alone with the challenges that we are facing in the world, in our nation. So today, as I invite you in to Emily Daisy, I pray that you continue to show up fully with your ears listening, ready to hear, your eyes, make sure that they are seen, that they are focused, right? That you are visualizing the things that are being shared with you, that you are able to see yourself doing that, dismantling old mindsets. We are here to be transformed. So let's work on this together and show up, because we are only as strong as our weakest link. So we are here to equip others, lift each other up, and keep each other accountable. As this is a podcast, I invite you to join me on other platforms. But today, let's focus on why am I here and who am I? So I am Emily Daisy Gasca. I am a wife. I am married to Ulises Gasca. We met over 28 years ago, back in 1999. Actually, we met over 23 years ago, back in 1999, 24 years to be exact. And we have known each other. We grew up together. We were only 12, 13, 14 years old. We were young teenagers, preteens, starting life. But that's how our story began. We connected, and ever since then, we were together. We created a friendship. We created a relationship. We created a marriage. We've been married for 12 years, and we now have 3 children. It's important for you to understand my children are 9, 7, and 7 months old currently. And they are one of the reasons that I am who I am today. Our children truly come to transform us. They truly come to equip us and to pull out of us things that need to come up and be removed in order for us to be successful, in order for us to be able to equip them. So my children are a great asset. They are our biggest blessing. They are who have made me and my husband together. We have been able to raise them, and we are just so grateful for this opportunity to be able to raise 3 beautiful children. It's a blessing. It is a blessing. Each and every one of them has brought into our family different strengths, different joys, a love that it's just a beautiful love that you can't put words to it. And every season of their lives has just been beautiful to see them grow up, to navigate through life. So I'm just grateful for that. And I am an educator. I am a teacher. I started off my career early on as a teacher assistant, kindergarten teacher assistant, quickly graduated and became a teacher myself. I became a teacher, a bilingual teacher, graduated, and went straight into the kindergarten classroom. And I will say some of the most amazing life lessons were learned within the 4 walls of my classroom. I quickly learned, as I was an early educator, early teacher, I learned that my students were here to truly teach me life lessons, to teach me, and that our classroom was not just a one-sided teacher environment. It was my children, my students were going to teach me, and I was going to teach them. We created a learning environment where together we were learning and growing, and they taught me so much. I'm so grateful for my first class and every class after that, because every single class has taught me valuable life lessons that were needed in that season. So I share all this to empower you and encourage you and let you know our students are full of so many beautiful gifts and talents, and that if we allow them and we change the way we see them, the way we teach them, the way we help them grow, and how they empower us and we empower them, then our education system will begin to change, because our children truly have so much potential and so much rigor within them. They have so much wisdom and knowledge that we all can learn from. Our children are amazing. Their brains and the way they work, it's just so beautiful to see, and their innocence at such a young age. That's what I enjoyed most about my teaching kindergarten students, was the ability to be able to establish those academic life skills, social skills, those foundations that were critical and crucial to be successful human beings, be successful citizens in our nation. So as I began to teach, I quickly learned I was not equipped the way I needed to be in order to teach my children how to read, my students. A lot of them were learning, but there was that 5%, right? The group of 5 that were just struggling, and I knew there was more I can do. So I went back to school. I got a master's degree in reading, and that was a game changer. After that, my reading literacy career just took off. I work with the New Teacher Center. I work with the Children's Literacy Initiative, and it became a teacher leader to lead a team of 5 kindergarten teachers on literacy and the balanced literacy. Let's not get into details about that, but I did learn a lot of valuable things when teaching our children and equipping them for the future. So based off that, I was selected to be one of the teachers to help create curriculums for the for the museum, National Museum of Mexican Art. We created a few curriculums, me along with 2 other educators, kindergarten teachers from the city, and we helped about 20. Every year we created a new theme, literacy-based, integrating arts curriculum for educators. We provided supplies, we provided professional development, because we would do it in the classroom first, and then we were able to go and teach others and provide professional development so that they can do the same in their classroom. It was a wonderful experience, and integrating art into literacy is definitely so much fun, and it was necessary. It is necessary. It still is in this hour. After that, I was selected to be trained by Lee Cantor himself. Lee Cantor came into my classroom, and he was coaching me, training me on how to use his assertive behavior method in the classroom. It was great. It was amazing, an amazing experience that I was able to have with Lee Cantor through partnership with the New Teacher Center. So I share all this to say that there are so many great organizations for educators out there. If you ever feel alone, or if you ever feel like you are stuck, or your administrators or your colleagues don't understand you, know that there is resources outside of the school system, outside of the school building, nonprofit organizations who want to help and who provide so much professional development, so much knowledge they impart into us, coaching and mentorship. So don't ever feel like you are stuck. Seek information, and information you will find. And after that, I was shifted to a new school, started in a new place, new community. And I worked there for a good 5 years. My work there was important because I was one of the founding teachers to establish the bilingual program. I was the first actual classroom teacher, and it was a great experience. I was able to do some alignment work with my preschool teacher, and together we kind of created a bridge between pre-K and kindergarten. And that was a great experience. That's when my daughter was born, and the season in life I was in was I needed to be close to home, and I just really needed to focus on teaching and raising my family. We also had our second son was born. Our second child was born, and my focus was around family and around my classroom. After that, it turned into my son was about almost 2 years old, and he wasn't developing at the miles. He wasn't hitting the milestones he needed to hit. And that's where life truly took a turn and a twist for me, because I didn't know how to navigate through that. I didn't know how to help my son, but deep down inside, I truly did. I had everything inside of me to help my son. At the moment, I just felt like it was all coming down on me at once, and I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was alone. And my husband and I sat down. That's one thing about my husband, and he's just an amazing man that I thank God for every day, because he calmed me down. He is the more rational, more calm when it comes to challenges and trials. And he sat down and he just told me, it's going to be okay. We're going to do what he needs to do. And that's all we can do. And that's exactly what we did. We did everything we could for our son. We showed up for him. We followed through. We took him to get tested. We took him to therapy week after week. Everything that was suggested and recommended, we did. And that's where my research began as a teacher and as a mom, because I started to notice a lot of more kids were coming into my classroom with less language, less vocabulary, less basic life skills, oral language skills needed to be successful within a classroom, within an ecosystem, within an environment. And that's where I began my journey. I just started to truly research as much as I could. And I also began my journey with seeking God. I started to read the Bible. I started to look up information and find research to back up what I was doing and what needed to be done and why. I wanted to make sure that what I was doing was intentional and that I was consistent in what I was doing, to see the transformation and the changes I needed in myself as well as my son and my daughter, and my marriage. It affected everything. When one thing is not working in an ecosystem, or when one person is behind, or when one person is faced with a challenge, it affects every single person within that family. It affects every relationship within that family. So that's when I had to make a decision. Am I going to allow this trial, this mountain that we are facing, affect my marriage, affect my relationship with my children, and most ultimately affect my son and his future? And as well as my career, because everything is aligned, right? If there was one role where I wasn't showing up fully, or I felt like I was lacking, then it affected every single role that I'm walking in. And that's when I had to make the decision to seek the information I need, find the resources, and that's when I found Jesus and I started reading the Bible. God will put one person in your life to transform your life forever. So don't ever feel like that one person that you meet or that you are that one person that the children need or your colleagues need to make a difference, or to see the change that needs to happen in a place, in an environment, in a community. Know that all it takes is one person. I met one person, and she transformed my life in ways that she introduced me to Jesus. That was what she did. And through that grew a beautiful relationship. We were colleagues. We started off as colleagues, and it just transformed into a beautiful friendship. And I am thankful to God for placing people in my life throughout my life. He strategically places people in our lives to help us and equip us for our next season. So don't ever look at any person, any relationship, people who challenge you, people who come and to question what you are doing. Always look at it as an opportunity for growth. That's the first thing I want you to understand as you hear this podcast, as you come on, that you need to make sure that you don't let offense take over, that we are in this together. We are here to be challenged, and it's going to take, sometimes offense will rise up, but let's tear it down and look beyond that. If we're able to get through, what am I going to gain from this question, from this challenge, from challenging this belief system, this mindset? So that is my journey, and it led me to going to the school, a different school where my son was actually attending, and that is the third school I was at. And so much happened within the 4 years that I worked there. I was able to create some amazing partnerships. In those partnerships, I work with Teach Plus for quite some time. This is my 4th year working with them. And every year I worked as a change agent, and in partnership with them, they provide coaching, they provide professional developments, weekly meetings. It's just an amazing nonprofit organization that helps teachers and wants teachers to win, wants teachers to see change in their school, and they equip us by mentoring us and coaching us with the tools that we need to be able to see the change. And that just completely transformed my skill set as a teacher and shifted me into a leadership role. It shifted my mind into becoming the leader that I am today. It shifted me into seeing that there's more beyond the 4 walls within my classroom, and that there's a passion within me that is now ready to be able to equip other educators, equip other moms, and allow you to see we are not alone. We are in this together. And whenever we see challenges, it's so easy for us to hide, because I did that for such a long time. And I realized that hiding was not the solution. Acting as if everything was okay was not the solution. It was handling the situation full head on and doing something through it, and navigating through the challenges with grace, with joy, and with love. That cultivating that environment, that atmosphere is possible no matter what we go through, because we have faith that everything's going to work out for our good if we stick through it. But if we remain in this hole or trying to isolate and hide everything, then it's never going to be possible for us to get to the other side and see the beautiful sunshine that is on the other side of the dark clouds that we encounter in life. So yes, that is who I am. Now I am on a mission as the reading environmental specialist to help families, to help teachers and educators cultivate a reading environment that is filled with love and joy, because love and joy, reading is the fundamentals, right? Reading is the foundation to all other subjects. Reading is needed in life. And now with social media, with technology, reading has kind of taken a back toll, and it hasn't been viewed as it should, especially in this country. We are seeing and hearing so many new research coming out. And as this research comes out, it just helped me see there's going to be so much research coming out. But if we can establish a reading environment that cultivates love and joy, then the new research, all we have to do is navigate through that, rather than creating an environment of confusion, creating an environment of panic, creating an environment of not sure what we're doing because so many changes. We were taught one way in school, we were doing something, and all of a sudden these demands are coming down the pipeline and we're not sure how to handle all of that. And in the midst of all that, the environment is what suffers. However, our environment is what creates who we are. Our environment is the foundations to our reading block, our literacy block, teaching reading. So that is who I am. Pretty much what you can expect here is just me sharing out how I navigated through life, how I was able to create changes that I wanted to see within my classroom, within my school community, and within my home. Most importantly, right? Our home is our foundation. Our home is our family. So I want to share today and equip all of you to be able to know that you have everything inside of you. All the children who you are impacting, you have everything inside of you to be able to teach them, equip them, nourish them, to help them grow. And you are planting the seeds in them today for their tomorrow. So thank you so much. I hope that you come back next week, and that next week as you come back, you are anticipating and ready to learn and join this ecosystem, join this community as we navigate through life together. I will be sharing so many more stories, so many more times of growth, times of teaching, and times of inspiring and encouraging, because that is one of the gifts that I have, is to encourage others and to motivate you and to help you keep that fire within you ignited, because our children need you to show up fully in order for you to be able to be who they need in this hour, in this season of life. So if you're an educator, if you are a teacher, if you are a mom, you work with young kids, join me on Emily Daisy as I share how to equip our future generations to be successful individuals, to cultivate a environment for them that's filled with love and joy and conviction, with discipline and knowing that they are loved. And this is why we are setting boundaries and helping them grow. So thank you so much. You have a beautiful day, and I will see you here next week for episode 2. Take care. Bye-bye.